Hello and welcome back. In this video I'm going to try something new and have a go at making myself a wood turning tool. And what I'm going to try to do is make a negative rake scraper. So I purchased from Amazon a high speed steel bar which is 6mm thick, 25mm wide and 200mm long, which is a perfect size for the scraper that I'm going to try and make. And at the moment I only have a 25mm round nose scraper, which I've struggled sometimes to get a good sweeping curve on the inside of a bowl. So hopefully this scraper that I make will help me get a cleaner finish on the inside of the bowls that I turn, and also save me a bit of money, as to buy a decent quality scraper is, you're looking at £60, whereas this bar has only cost £5. It did come from China, so it took a while, but £5 for a bit of high speed steel and a bit of wood that I have for a handle is a lot better than £60 for a scraper that you can buy online. The handle I'm going to make from Iroko. But the first thing I'll need to do with this steel bar is remove some waste material at one end to create a tang that will go into the handle, and I'll do that at a grinder. I have here an old 6-inch grinder that my dad gave me, and it has two wheels on it, a coarse grit and a finer grit, and they're both aluminium oxide wheels. And I've drawn out a rough shape for the tang. I just want to remove a little bit of waste material either side here to create a tang that will go into the handle, and the length of the tang is about 50mm. So I'll grind this away on this grinder and then I'll tidy it up and round it over, ready for going into the tool handle that I'll turn from the Iroko. Once I have the tang made, I'll turn the handle and fit this in, and then we'll shape the curve on the end of it and sharpen it up using the Pro Edge. That's the material from one side of the tang removed, so I'll flip it over and remove the other side. Okay, so I have the tang formed on the end of the high-speed steel bar. It's been reduced down to 6mm and it's pretty close to perfectly round. So I have now the piece of Iroko that will become the handle, and the first thing I'm going to do is bore a 6mm hole down through the centre of it for the steel to go through. Then I'll pare down the end of the handle so I can put a piece of copper on the end for a ferrule. Once I have that glued in place, I'll then begin to turn the shape of the handle, and once it's turned and finished, I'll then glue the steel into the end of the handle and then we'll sharpen it. So here is the finished handle, turned from Iroko, with a copper ferrule on the end of it, and I put a little button on the end and cut with a skew some grooves and burnt some feature rings on it as well, just to dress it up a bit. So what I'll do next is I'll glue the steel down into this handle. I've got a really good tight fit in here, so this will hopefully make for a strong connection between the steel and the handle. So I'll glue that in now, and then we can grind a blade onto it. I now have the steel glued into the handle, and I have a little bit of excess down here which I'll clean off with acetone when I've completely finished it. But for now I've marked a rough outline for the curve I want to have on the end of the tool, so I'm going to grind off this material using the 6-inch wheel grinder, and then I'm going to sharpen it on the Pro Edge. I've paused for a moment to adjust the angle of the Pro Edge, as I was finding when sharpening it on one side the handle was coming around and hitting the motor box, which has stopped me from being able to grind as much off of one side compared to the other side. Adjusting it up like that will now give me full movement to allow me to have an equal grind on both sides. This is the point we're at with the 80 grit belt. I'll switch now to a 120 belt. And here is the finished scraper. I ground the bevels for it at 25 degrees, as that is what I read online, and I think you can see I've got a really keen edge on there. So I'm looking forward to trying out this scraper on a bowl. I think my next project will be a bowl, so that I can see how this turns out. I'm sure you'll be interested to see just how it fares as well. But I've really enjoyed making this scraper. I've been looking at getting something like this for quite a while now, but they're really quite expensive. I think the Robert Sorby one is about £60, and the steel bar was about £5 from Amazon, and I already had the wood and the copper, so the cost of £5 to make my own £60 tool I think is really pretty good. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and you found it interesting, and possibly you'll have the motivation now to go out and maybe try this yourself. Thank you to all of my subscribers for continuing to support me and watch my videos. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please take the time to visit my channel and have a look at my other videos, as I'm sure you'll see something there that will be of interest to you. And I will be doing a giveaway soon. I'm waiting to hear back from Martin Smith, who kindly offered to donate some of his products for my giveaway. So Once I hear back from him and I have an idea of what he will donate towards the giveaway, then I'll be filming that video for you to participate in. Until then, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.